Welcome gamers, welcome. We're back with Age of Wonders 4, which is continuing on our current story time series, where we're sort of playing the first of the new story times, new story realms, which is 3 of them coming in the new DLC. So we're sort of just adding that. This one, we're a long way into it actually. We're 54 turns in, and we're doing fairly well. Like usually by around about this sort of time of the game, I am not even ready to expand yet. I'm still sort of just setting things up. Usually expansion for me starts around about turn 70-ish, where my armies are strong enough to sort of take things on. But in this case, we are doing fairly well. We've actually been able to... Let me just do a quick summary of where things actually are. We started the game underground here. There was like a portal that we came down through this particular region. And so the story starts basically down the rabbit hole. So it's almost like it's sort of like Alice in Wonderland / Watership Down. So we end up with all these different animals and stuff like that we were releasing on their way through. Eventually we had a big fight. There's a spiral there. It's a bit hard to sort of see it because we don't really have vision down here at this stage. But there's a spiral there, which was the first of what's called the Mistwalkers, which are sort of like the prevalent enemy in this particular playthrough. And so they're the sort of like, I guess, the environmental enemy for us. And once we defeat those, then this portal then opens up and we can then sort of leave the underground. So now in this one, it starts back over here, but this portal actually appears on the right-hand side, back over here, where you actually then end up with your first city. So this one called Feraldell. So it ends up, essentially the city itself is not so much randomized when you first do get started, but whatever faction you're sort of playing will actually then sort of have the look of the city. So we're playing as a primal faction, where we do actually have the like spiders, as the underground spiders is going to be essentially our main primal animal that we adhere to, just to give us sort of a better sort of fix with that side of things. Hi Began, how are you going? So that's sort of like the premise of where we sort of start. The goal then is to sort of slowly expand, but to find there's 2 different sorts of. There's another layer here. Like you can sort of see that we've got the above ground, the underground, and then we've also got like a Shrouded Isles level as well. And this is full of different maps. So these are the different maps that we've sort of uncovered. So we've got a few of them that we've actually uncovered. There's another one that we're aware of, a portal, but we haven't been inside it yet. And so these actually connect again to the actual portals. One of the great things about this DLC is, when we just go back onto the actual map itself, we can, if we wanting to, we can actually then go and move, the portals can be then moved from location to location. We have to control them first, which takes 3 turns, and I can go to each portal and just move it for 100. Like I can spend like 100 mana and move it somewhere. It's got to be moved within my territory, and usually it's got to be right on the edge of an actual city, is sort of like the position that it can then be placed. But inside each of these realms, I can then sort of go and expand out and claim the territory, and there's sort of like there's some pretty good stuff inside each of these. So you've got sort of like, you know, special locations, etc., etc. Now these are what's called breached isles. Breached isles have already been breached, but then you've also got the Shrouded Isles, which are ones that haven't been breached yet. So it's almost like if you can imagine like Tomb Raiders have already gone into these portals. The portals are already open when you sort of find them, but so these have been raided many years ago. So the what you get back from is not as great as what you can get when you find a Shrouded Isle. Now you get the Shrouded Isles by connecting, and I've done this underground. I'll just go a page down. Underneath here, I claimed these different ancient obelisks. You see this one's been claimed. This one I didn't need to claim. I just needed to claim 3 of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then eventually we then found another Shrouded Isle, which we've now claimed, which has got this sort of like this halo effect around it. And so this is like a super this is one that hasn't been breached before. So we've actually now been able to breach this one. You go through, defeat the Guardians essentially, and so this has got even more stuff in it. And so we've sort of made our way down now to a gold location down through here. This is the Will Taker's Needle, which we did a test run to see if we do any good against it, and we don't. So we need to have like a strong army before we can really claim this one. But this is incredible if we can get hold of this one. If we can sort of control this particular location, what's going to end up happening here is not only we do get a bone dragon, which is a tier 4 unit, into the Rally of Lieges, which is good, but you actually get a special spell. And I don't know what that spell is, but you do get a special spell, which is super powerful. It's basically like a game-ending type spell from what I can understand. So that's sort of where we are. We've got another one down here. It's called Knight's Rest, which is just a bronze ancient wonder. And we actually, this is it over here. This is the big one. That's these are different. This one here is the main one. This is actually the objective. So Thulia's Arcanum. Sorry, I've completely screwed that one up. This one here is only a silver, but it's extremely difficult to get into. Council research post, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what's in there, but there's a super spell in there. Anyway, that's sort of the, this is what the DLC then sort of adds in for what it's actually doing. So I've got that sort of like fairly tucked away in the top corner where if any armies come up against me, they should have to fight their way through my whole empire basically to get to this particular location. And you can see I've got a few of these things now that I've sort of teleported into locations. We control all of this one, for example, and these are there's a lot of little things in here which gives us abilities, special abilities and things like that as well. This is a breached arcanum. Back in through there, we get sort of unknown units in this case, but in this case, from these breached arcanums, we do end up, I think, with different seasonal fairies that do sort of come back in with the things that actually happen through there. Anyway, that's sort of like the premise of I guess what the DLC provides. From the story perspective, we've got Hambinger, who is our ally, and so we don't have a choice with that. We do have a choice with the enemies a little bit. So we'll talk a little bit about those as well. Hambinger is in the middle of the map, not on this layer, on this layer. He's underground. Most things are underground. All of the actual people that live in this particular world are animals. There's no human into the world. I won't give any spoilers away about, but I do know something that does come up in this story, I think. So I won't give too much away about that one. But these are sort of like he's in charge of, for example, moles. So he's got like a group of moles. So it's very much Watership Down in terms of the groups that we sort of then see around the place. Like there's another city back in through here, for example, in Hoplinberg, which we're trying to sort of get control over as well. We do actually have a Whispering Stone with this one, so we're hoping this one will do. This one's rabbits. Back up through here, we do actually have control of this one. So this one is vassalized to us. And these guys are, what are they? These are like wolves. So we've got wolves in through that side. There's another one back over here somewhere. Tunnel Watch is, we haven't put anything through here. These are also moles. And there's one at the south here as well. Now these are all friendly cities. And so if we lose these, we essentially lose the game, is my understanding. So we need to sort of keep these under control. And these are Goatkin back in through this other side. So that's the friendly forces. If we go page up to the overworld, we then end up with a situation where Ham has actually come up. He's quite strong. And so he's actually expanding on the above world and has been fighting this particular unit over here. So this one here we've been fighting him a little bit. This is Soren Boltwing, very evil, who is, now he's got owls. This is like an Owlkin type group that this one controls. So he's actually, that's his home city. There's been a few fights in amongst this where they've all been sort of fighting for different things. And so this has actually been fairly interesting to sort of see the toing and froing with Hambinger has mainly been fighting that one through there. Got a few others as well, like we've got this one here is Lobelia Greyfang, who could become friendly. So she's actually, no, that's actually, Feraldel is, that's hers there. So she is in here, and what has she got? She's got rabbits. So she controls a group of rabbits. These may become friendly if, sorry, that's ours. Hers are over here. We don't know exactly where she is. She's on the above world, but she's out this way somewhere. So we haven't found her yet. But she could become friendly if we can just get rid of some of the Mistwalker camps around the place. So we have a side quest destroy Mistwalker camps. Now we've got one of them cleared. We need to find another one as well. Like if I just go and click on this one through here, Aunt Lobelia, who just met once cheerfully with Polari Threat, mutters Dornusk. Dornusk is like our Fey guide. So anyway, so what do we need to do? We need to destroy two Mistwalker camps, and one of them's already been destroyed. Now did we destroy that? No, we didn't. It's right there. Okay, well we must have done another one somewhere else, because that's actually not far from our territory. Like if I go down here, for example, that's there. But if I go to here, I can actually move. I've got forces underground in here, in one in this location here. So I can bring these out. This is too powerful for me to take on. I could take the Knight's Rest. It's only a bronze. We might do that on the way back out before we get too strong. As we get up our strength. And the other one that we actually have, again, it sort of ends up. If you just use the page up, page down, with these, they don't correlate to the actual map. Whereas between the above ground and underground, there usually is. Now, so we've got that one through there, and we've also got a group in here clearing this out. I think. Yeah, we've got a group in here which has just been going through, essentially clearing out these different realms. So this is just ready for future expansion. So we've sort of done everything we need to do back and through here again. So we've got like ancient obelisks, etc., but there's nothing much we can do with those. We've done everything we can to find the Shattered Isle, which is this one here, I think. Yeah, this would be this one here. That's the Shattered Isle there. Anyway, pretty cool the way it sort of does work. I'm really quite happy with the way the game sort of does do that one. Anyway, I'll just read a few of the comments here. So we've got So Big saying greetings. So hi back. Supreme Plague saying hi. Tailslay Fox and Clasper. Welcome, guys. Can vassals revolt in this game? No, they can't. Well, sort of. I'll show you what I mean. There's levels of vassalization. And actually, can they? That's a good question, actually. Two heads better than one. Not in this case for the fire giant. He should be crushed in this particular episode. If we just go back across to the cities. No, that's not it. Heroes. No, where am I? Free cities. So on this game, we've like all the vassals that we've actually got. We've got the owned vassals. We've got Clawforge and Wama are two of the different vassals that we actually have at this point in time. So if we have a look at, let's just look at this one here. Wama is one that we took over. So this probably is an example of where things aren't as happy as they could be. And so what we end up having is, they just become less valuable. And you can see down through here, this is a vassal city that we had taken over from the fire giants. The fire giants have got they've got voracious vermin, which are ratkin, same as us. We're also rats as well. And so they've got demonic hunger is their minor transformation, and their keeper is Kana Crump, which is this guy over here. So these sort of belong to him. We've got a negative 100 relationship, and I don't know why it's not showing us what is affecting that one through there. But I'm really not moving forward in through here. Now, there's a new heir arriving very, very soon. The heir is dead, so the Lord or Lady of this house is dead. Because they're now a vassal of ours, they're being attacked pretty ferociously. We do get a little bit of income from this particular place, but we're not really going, backwards or forwards. We've got negative 40. So the allegiance here, we've got negative 40 allegiance now, which sort of puts us down into this tributary aspect. What do we go? If we go even further down, minor tributary, even less, and then finally it does have denying tributary. So that's sort of like where it will go. So all it means is just it'll give us less and less income as things go. Now, I don't think it's going to go backwards as such unless there's an event. I don't know. I've never seen it go backwards, but obviously it can. It obviously can sort of end up moving back into these other sorts of zones. rather than going forward. Like if you ever look at the other one, Clawforge is one that we are positively pushing the allegiance up. So allegiance is sort of, it's a flourishing allegiance. The next one up, the next one in through here, flourishing allegiance is where? Is that flourishing allegiance down there? That's supreme vassalage, bonded vassalage. Yeah, flourishing vassalage in through here in 23 turns. We've got a Whispering Stone in here just to keep on pushing this up because we're getting some vassal income down through this other side. So there's a slow progression through there, but there doesn't seem to be any negative one here. It does say negative 40. I wouldn't be surprised if it is slowly going backwards, but I just don't know. I haven't ever seen them rebel as such. Just reading a few more of the comments there. Someone we're seeing vassals owned by enemies can send raiding parties. Yeah, and same will ours. Ours will actually send raiding parties eventually if they're strong enough. Can you also make your vassals send raiding parties? You can't tell them what to do. They will just do it. And they will send off parties to try to go and pillage. So they'll send pillaging parties. Okay, so maybe it's free cities and hate you that hate you. Well, it's actually what it is there's another free city further down that we're at war with, Pedestal. This one in through here is under the vassalage of Lobella Greyfang, this rabbit here. And so they're at war with us, and they keep on sending raiding parties out against us. If we could sort of try to get these on side. This one here is sort of Hambinger has almost got this one. They seem to be stopping right at the limit. I think it's part of the story. It allows us to then come back through and pick up. So this is sort of like before they become a vassal. We then actually have like you can see down through here, we're at war with this one, and this one has got complete vassalage. In this case, actually, it looks like Ham may have complete vassalage of this one here. Back to vassalage. Yeah, it looks like the Ham has got vassalage over this one here. But we're getting friendlier and friendlier with this one eventually. So in this case, there's a pact of loyalty, which means we can trade with it and do different things. But this is a continuum, like a fairly standard sort of continuum where you've got war down the bottom through here. You've got then sort of like in this case, you've got neutral. Then they become friendlier and friendlier, and they start to then trade with you as things develop. Once you actually hit that vassalage, you then end up in the same situation that we have up through here, where you then got like a continuum across the vassalage. This one, of course, being sort of like really where it starts, just basic tributary. So it's handy because we do get a little bit of extra coming back in. Now they will eventually, and I don't know if they've got any, they will send out raiding parties, and I don't know if there's any. There was one before. I think they may have been hunted down and killed. There was a group coming back out of here somewhere where they were raiding the underground. If we just go a page down, Clawforge, yeah, comes back out of here. So they've been coming out of this location. There is an outpost here that the giant is setting up that we might go and destroy, I think. But we have our main army is here, and they're now they're healing up. Now, why is that not wanting to heal? So you can see there's no yellow next to that one. That one is healed up. Why are you not healing? None of them are healing. If we have a look and see what location we're actually on, this is forest. Now we are in if we have a look and see what's going on here with the actual character, volcanic heat. This unit is in a province affected by volcanic activity and subject to the following. This unit cannot regenerate. There we go. So it's the volcanic heat that there's the problem. Now that's because we're on the above ground. I think if we even go back in and have a look at one of the other forces, do we need to move that one off? What's the... Yeah, I can completely move this one now. We want to besiege this. If we have a look and see, this one is back on the map by the looks of things. So we've been sort of trying to heal up a little bit. Yeah, so it looks like he's actually back on the map and around, but we've destroyed a couple of his armies. And so he is now ripe for killing, and this is his home city back and through there. Class was saying, thanks for explaining. I really like the frogs and toads. I've never played as them. I don't really like the animals, but I've thought I'm going to embrace all the things I don't like in the game this time around, and we'll just sort of see how we go. Now, I can't see through there. We haven't actually got that one just yet. So let's just keep on moving up. What I do need to do is make sure all of these can keep on coming in as well. Alright, so that's their location. We're not seeing anyone really there. So we're not going to be able to do anything much in here just yet. And we've just got to be 4 away, so that actually sort of does satisfy that one. Actually, we heal up a little bit out there. It was the other one that was actually not that great. So I might try to find a location outside, but within 4. So we might actually attack next turn from over here somewhere. But we're not seeing any actual any defenders, because I think they've all come through to try to help out over here. Who's in there? Oh, I've done the wrong thing here. I've actually this group has come back in, and they're going to attack this next turn. So we're going to lose this. What I should have done, I think, is gone back, killed that off. Yeah, what have we got there? 3 turns there. It's got 30 walls. If I was there, I could have just gone straight back, killed that one off, healed up, and then gone back in and wasted, like, it would have wasted a turn or two. But I think, like, killing off these little armies, we've been killing them off as they come through. And when I sort of see big numbers like this, so I'm just going to reload in. We'll load in our strategic turn. The only thing we've actually done is literally that one through there. By the way, guys, if you are watching this on YouTube, or if you watch any of my live streams on YouTube, just be aware I've got like a sticky post in there, a message, just sort of letting you know that in future, these sorts of long series will not be on my main channel. There'll be short series on my main channel of live streams, but not the longer series like this. They'll all now start to be moved across to my DasTactic live channel, which I've put a link in at the top there. So if you are interested in live stream, like the extended live stream, so you can sort of watch them at your own leisure, into the future. They will not at the moment. I'm putting this one on my main channel because I started this one on my main channel. So I'm just wanting to finish off the. I've got this and Xenonauts, which I'll continue playing on my main channel. But that should be probably the end of those big long series, I would think, on my main channel. So if you are watching this on my main channel and thinking, yeah, actually I do want to keep on watching long form content, then DasTactic Live will be the place for that. I've just got to try to get that channel up to a position where I can monetize it, but that's essentially where it will end up being. So Class was saying, I never played the game, but the animals look quite cute in a way. Yeah, it's sort of funny, it's a dystopian world that we're in this particular run through. Now we're going to go down and we're going to kill off. So you can see I can actually move. That's to the extent of my movement. This thing is sitting right on the edge. It's a low-risk battle for me to send this particular hero down. I could even send the other 2 up. So I've got the main hero is a scrap bone mauler in through here, who rides a spider, shoots a bow, has got a giant spider with it as well, and ranger, like a defender, another ranged unit, a couple of healers. Now the healers, do we need both healers? And I would be thinking no. So, actually this one is a healer. This one here is, it's still a healer as well. Let's have a quick look and see the balance of the other forces around us. So we want to have the combined arms in Age of Wonders 4 is really, really strong. In this case, we've got still a couple of healers back into here. This is Danusk, who was changed into a summer fairy. We've got the Anvil Guards back in through there, 3 of them. So this one is very much defender. And this one here, we've just got, so I think that the balance is actually okay. A couple of range units. If I send them off to start the siege, I need to have one hero to start a siege. So we've got Sev the Marvelous, will sort of be able to move across with this particular group. Oh, by the way, like normally when I play the game, I tend to play it as like as much of Lord of the Rings style as I can. So this sort of Watership Downs type approach is not something that I would normally play. I would turn off the animals. I don't mind the rats, and so we're playing as the rats. So we made a faction to play this story, and so we embraced the Watership Down aspect, and we embraced the halfling aspect to go and create a faction that sort of fitted with the with I guess the story. But we can play as all sorts of different things. So if you're new to the game, again, you know, the overall approach of this particular game is not the way I normally would be playing the game. But we normally orcs and humans and elves and stuff like that. But in this case, we're playing purely with animals on the actual map, but with different leaders in charge. Excuse me. Right, so what I'll do is, and we've got another one, this grouping down through here. I can take any of them groups down to actually attack this. And they've just got a like a halberdier back and through this other side, a defender, a ranged unit. But see how these are quite strong? These are the sorts of units I want to kill off, and it's certainly a level 11. I want to get rid of that because this is a very, very powerful powerful unit. So this is actually another ranger type unit with a lot of loot. And so we'll pick up some of this loot when we kill it, when we destroy this unit. So I think, and this one also is riding a spider. And I would like this spider mount because we have Began's character doesn't actually have a mount, a proper mount. And so getting that would be good, actually very good. So I think we want this one. We want that spider, so let's go and use our main hero here. So we're at level 10, but we have a stronger force. We've got total force numbers of all the different units in there is 1,000. Their total numbers are 500. So it's sort of shouldn't be too difficult to go and attack this one. Let's just go and do it. I'll play that manually just so I can explain. I sort of like to sort of show how the tactical combat does work. Even though it's a low-risk battle, I think I'll still play it out. Actually, no, I'll probably just auto-combat. I mean, it's one of these things, the tactical battles, people either love it or hate it, basically, in the game. I don't hate it, but it's an extremely... it's the hardest part of the game, really, is trying to play the tactical battles, because if you make one little mistake, it can completely destroy the battle. Maybe I should just show it, because it's only going to be a little battle, because we've only got 4 units we're fighting against. Just did auto combat. Damn it, sorry guys. Too late, but you see we didn't take very much damage there at all. We did manage to capture a tier 2 polearm unit. I'm not really interested in it. We've got this one, it's either been killed or captured. Let's just go and close this one off. And so, I've clicked on the wrong button. Close. Now we've got this halberdier. I don't want it. I'm just going to dismiss that one. I can actually pick it up for 150 if I wanted to. You scavenge equipment. So what did we end up picking? A tier 4. That's actually not bad. So bolstering defense. Once per turn, this unit gains bolstered defense when hit by melee or missile attacks. Now I didn't pick up the spider, unfortunately. Let's just open up the hero screen. And so this is actually us. Now we actually have a robe of hexing. Don't really need that, to be honest. Let's have a quick look and see the others. Who's got what? Now, Sapior is a mage, so it doesn't really need the bolstered defense. Sev is also a mage, doesn't need the actual what that one's got. But Began is a fighter, so he is a battle saint, so he does need this. So I'm going to put the padded armor onto Began, and I was hoping that we'd be able to pick up. I've got a horse mount. I'll just give him a horse at this stage, but I was hoping that we'd pick up that spider for Began. So we'll confirm that one. We don't have anything else for Began. Began's only just come into the game with where we are. So hi Cecil. Now Cecil on YouTube is then sort of saying, I did check it out, switch over to YouTube for another reason. Seems Twitch is twitching again for me. Oh, that's no good. I do like the tactical battles, but only when it really matters. So I auto a lot. Yes, pretty good magic reward. Yeah, that's a good one. The spider was actually, I'm happy with that. So we've sort of now gotten rid of that threat. We're waiting for the new ruler to arrive in here. So it says new era will arrive in 0 turns. I don't know if it will or not. Hopefully it will. At the moment, because of battles and things, there's no one protecting this at all, and there's no defences up. You'll see there's a little number that appears under the cities if they've got defences that are actually in here. We can't see what's in here, I don't think. Can we? No, we can't. We can't really sort of see the province. I thought there was a way that we could actually have a look at it. I don't think there is. But they need to build this up themselves. Over here, for example, it's 30, so it's going to take 3 turns to knock that one down. Let's bring these across because we'll just start the siege now. So we'll move them over, and that's as far as that one can get. All right, so they're moving in to besiege this particular town. Now, in the previous turns, we've destroyed a lot of their armies. So there's not a lot that's going to be going on back down that way. Province is being pillaged. Ah, that's right. There's a force in here that we need to get rid of. So they've actually come in. This is actually the giant. This is some of his armies that are actually besieging, or not besieging, but they're sort of starting to pillage these different units, these different areas. So I do actually have other forces which I'm going to take out from that are back in the corner. So we'll sort of end up going with those. Another province being pillaged there. Remains of Corwin have now been put into the area. If we go and inspect, they don't have anything left. So we sort of, all of that is then lost. It used to be that all that equipment would be around, but it's no longer around. We've got a crypt, so the crypt is actually generating a little bit of mana for us for each of the dead people that are actually in there, which is fine. Will McVerse saying, I thought if the dead hero goes into the crypt, then you can sell or dispose of the body and get all of the gear. That's the old way of playing. Yes, that was a bit of an exploit. Those sorts of little exploits when the game updates, those sorts of things are looked at and changed. And so in this case, when we have a look at the crypt back and through here, all of these are without the equipment that they had. So even if you get like a powerful unit, actually that's only level 5. Why is it taking time? Sorry, it's just gone up. It's taking time for whatever reason. I don't know why. Loses all of this stuff. All they're left with is just like a very, very basic, whatever their basic starting thing would actually then go and be. They've still got all of the stuff that they had over here, but none of the equipment. So the equipment is basically destroyed in the battle, except for whatever you pick up. So whether they're in the crypt or in the prison, where we've captured different units, if we go and inspect them, all of that equipment is lost. I think they get it back if you release them, but they get it back, not you. So these are different groups that we've actually sort of then gone and captured as well. So we pick up a little bit of research from these guys. All right, then we have Spirit Tree produced a tavern back into this other side, and so we've got more things we can then go and build. Got the Warforge. Don't know if we need any of this stuff, to be honest, just yet. Stone Stell is going to give me production and food. I'll grab that now. Gold has been a bit of a problem for us in this game, just because we've got a big army. Now we can pick up, we can actually go and claim other territories in here. And I want this one here, so I'm just going to get more of that. Elder Camp can also go and claim another territory. Now what we're doing is we're trying to expand into here. So if we go back into this location, so as we sort of move through, we're going to be able to pick up more and more stuff towards these like breached arcanums and stuff like this. So that's sort of important for us, and eventually we'll end up with this one back over here. So we'll go with a. Now what have we got there? We've got a. Yeah, we've got mana there. I'll just go and get another mana one here, I think. The more mana we can pick up, the better. But these we get a little bit of more of a bonus in these, because there's often, like we've got Ruin Tranquility Pool. I can spend money to fix this up. So I can restore it for nearly 1,000 if I wanted to, which this one may be worth doing. The Tranquility Pool does give you different bonuses. If I can end up getting a lot of mana, like if I can get up to about a 3,000 mana, I've got a ruined mana node over here as well. So these are ruined. There's another thing in there, ruined fishing ground. Not really interested in that one. Again, too expensive to restore them. Yeah. So anyway, this particular breach node is not as good as it could be. Okay, Summon War Golem. We've now got this one through here. So this is Summon a War Golem, an infernal siege engine that specialises in destroying enemy fortifications. So this is good. Select new research. Now we have Gladiatorial Pit. City structure. Gives draft gold and city stability. And we've got the Conjure, the Primal Spiders, the combat summons. I can't see myself using this one. So I'll go this way. Now these units have gone through the whole map, so now it's time to bring them back out and get these up to fight those raiders. So we'll come all the way back. So we've cleared out everything that was in this particular location. And we'll move them up. This group needs to start to sort of move back up again. The healing will sort of occur fairly quickly in here. In this case, this one is not. This one doesn't have the volcanic heat. I don't think. Yeah, but that's just a research area. So we'll move this one back up, just so we can start to bounce back and just follow in on the foot. Oh, hang on, cancel because this is a. That's right. It's not one of mine. Let's move it over, but we are still healing up, so they'll be healed up next turn, which is good. This one as well, move up. And so we'll bring these out, and we want these to defend our territory, but also to take on the next Mistwalker camp. If I can get this Beak Twister plot done, we may be able to twist the arm of Lobelia to come and join our side. So that's sort of part of the story, I think. Now, this is also this particular army with Sapior. We did a test run to see what it was like, and it was not really all that great. So I'm going to go and I'll come back into here when I'm strong enough. But at this stage, we're not strong enough to take that one on. There's nothing else in there. There's no Mistwalker camps or anything. I just don't want to leave anything behind. The Night's Rest. It's a Bronze Ancient Wonder. We're going to get close to that. We could take that one on. That's something we could do. Yeah, maybe we will, because this one gives me a 5 Imperium, which is actually important. Like I've got plus 71, but I do need as much of that as I can possibly get. So let's go this way, particularly when we start to get the tier 4 and 5 units coming in. So we'll explore this. Just do a quick save before we do it. Alright, so here we go. The Silver Realm. Sapior the Believer explores the Night's Rest of vitreous trees. So a tall knight clad in silver armor awaits for her. So it's actually, we changed the gender to he, but the game still thinks of her as her. The Silver Knight draws its sword. Visitors in the Silver Realm, has my master finally sent relief? Howling astral keepers step forward from the trees. I see, as I am not yet permitted to venture outside. You are not permitted to venture within. The astral keepers turn to Sapior's troops, snarling. It appears my master wishes you dead, the knight declares. The Silver Knight points his blade at Sapior and lunges forward. We will fight each other until one of us falls. So in the upcoming battle, Duelist Protection is active. So the Duelist takes reduced damage from all units except from the stack leader of the opposing army. So it is a duel, essentially, between Sapior, who is a mage, I think. So anyway, we'll see what actually happens. So we can actually defend against the this Silver Knight's attack. So it's, again, pretty even attack, actually, when you look at this. You and me until death, Silver Knight. So in this case, Scrap Bone Mauler loses 262. You enter battle with the Knight's Rest Guards. In the upcoming battle, Taunting the Knight is active. Now, what does that one do? Attacking Army's Expedition Leader taunts the Silver Knight until the end of the battle. So it's going to always try to get to the leader. Whew, it's a lot, isn't it? Again, this is a hard one. We've got... These are quite strong. We weren't really good enough for the previous one, and I don't think we're good enough for this one, to be honest. We might have to come back. Let's retreat for now, and we'll wait until we've got a stronger army. We've only got like a few tier 2s and a couple of tier 1s. Just not going to be enough. Just scouting around, looking for other avenues. Right, we'll end our turn here. One thing I have done is, I'll just double check, but if I press the O key, you can cycle through the observe mode. That will then appear in the top left corner. So first one I do is observe enemy modes enabled, observe mode disabled. Next one is enabled. So I've now enabled it, which means we'll see everything. Let's just end the turn. So this is Ham, our ally, moving around. I'm just going to get rid of my jumper. Jordan's saying YouTube is more stable in my opinion. Oh, that's good. I mean, at least if it is stable. I still haven't looked into why Twitch is sort of flaky for some of you. So they're now moving. Now we're not going to be able to. I think they're going to destroy those two. I don't think we'll get back up there in time. What I will have a quick look at is the Imperium that we actually have. If there's anything, I think we've already picked up. You've already picked this one up, so the advanced logistics. So we're moving as fast as we possibly can. One thing we could do would be road building. Let's do that. And that way we can sort of build roads as we go, which is extremely realistic. Not. So we can build roads across these sorts of terrains to get to here, for example. So if I now start the road building process, so roads are built on hexes, cost of 3 gold per hex. So if we move to that one through there, we'll end up building the roads. So the roads are now being built across, which will then just leave me with a lot. I'm wanting to try to get to where those enemies are. We're going to enter, and then we're going to build a road system sort of across, yeah, I'll build it straight across here. So we'll just go back into road building again. Road building. And I can get close to it, but I just can't quite get to it. And that's the end of that one. Nearly got there. Almost. So we now have a road that does go that way. This one here, I'll just build a road from there to there. Turn it off because we've now got a road to go along. Not quite enough. Yet again. That one won't heal up because of where it is. That's okay. So unfortunately they're going to fall before we can actually then get a chance to catch them. Empire development skill available. What did we pick up this time? Down over here, but I can't afford it. 350. Well then, unowned provinces units regenerate a heap, okay, and gain 5 experience per turn. That's actually good. These have now changed in the game, but there's now sort of like a all the way through. It's like a spine. You have to choose one side or the other. Typically, some of them you don't. Like this one here doesn't have it, but some of the other ones you do. Units gain 25% critical hit chance. They lose 5% for the bonus for each rank they have. Okay, so this is for low-level units. Now we're trying to level up all of our units, so the other one will be a good one for us ultimately. Okay, so Ruler, Saw and Boltwing has returned to Heirloom, and Scrap Bowmaul has gone to a level of Renown. So we're sort of getting a little bit stronger with our Renown levels. We're up to now 3, which is good, which does give us sort of like some bonuses with the cities that we have. So I can move this one in. Now I'm going to be wanting to be within 4 of this particular location. Let's just go in for the attack. So we need to have a hero, which this one here can go in and start to besiege Paunch. Actually, no, there are units in here. It's a low-risk battle there. Let's just move this one in as well. Don't know if they're inside. I think they're outside the city. No, starting a siege. Okay, so we'll start the siege here. 3 turns. We'll add some siege projects. Unleash the Warhounds. Absolutely do that. That's a really handy one. And I think undermine the walls. I think it's always a good one for us, particularly with a capital city like this. So we'll close that one off. So they've only got like a small stack that's actually there at this stage. Now we'll bring this one up, just to sort of join up with it. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, that does mix. So if we go and have a look, just to make sure that we can participate, if we click on that, yeah, all 3 of those stacks can help each other. All right, back in here. We need to now get out of this particular location. So we'll come back and fix this one up when we finally get there. Just go enter. And again, I'm just going to build another road from here across. There may not be a need for it, but if we just go and... You know what I could have done? I could have actually moved the whole portal over. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Actually, that's just going to change what we then have settled. So doing that as a teleport mechanism is probably not a good idea. Just enable road building again. Just in case there's not a road built that way. I'll keep all 3 of these together now as well, and then we'll go off and get that Mistwalker camp. Just move the scout along. Let's go into unknown territories, and we'll end our turn again. Comes our friend Ham, who's doing fairly well. So I don't know what he's doing moving around down that way. Oh, he's going to go upstairs. They've moved off to besiege other territories. So we'll kill them off. So the independents are now moving around. Okay, here we go. We've got Envy's Thorn. So your hero Began asks you for an audience. Gazing to the floor, he pronounces, I see how others achieve their ambitions while I lay waiting for my chance to prove myself. So this is one where you just change your ambition, really. Being a fearmonger. Now, what does that one do? What do you need to do for that? When a battle where 5 enemies routed. That's an easy one. Actually, that's a pretty easy one. And there's for every enemy that they rout. That's actually it's not a bad one, actually, to be honest. And then Find a Crusader. So what do we need to do with this one here? So major ambition is personally slay an undead fiend or umbral demon unit of tier 4 in combat. That's going to be a bit more nuanced. Personally slay an undead fiend or umbral demon in combat. Doesn't matter what level they are. I don't think I'll worry about that one. So what are we at the moment? You're an elitist. Reach level 12 to get the major. Fight alongside their ruler. I think that we'll go this way. Being a fearmonger. There we go. Change your ambition. 2 provinces being pillaged, so we'll now just go and fix those up. We have the army ready to go. So this will be just a simple little attack. We can't repair these until the raiders are gone. There's got to be no hostiles in our domain. So we'll clear this one out first. Just do auto combat. And this one as well. It's a hero. Good. Okay, that's done. And what do we pick up this time? The warding mantle of hexing. So this one here will actually open up the hero screen. We've got another. We've got a couple of them. What's this one? What level is that? That's only level 1. This one's level 3. So we'll put that one into there and confirm. 1 turn for that one to come back, and then we can give that to one of the others if I remember to do it. Alright, so let's go back and clean up that last quest that we have. We can move long distance now with everything we've got. The interesting thing about the seasons that we actually have through here, these warped seasons, is that it does dramatically change what goes on in the game. Like with the actual, like all of this is being terraformed essentially. Every turn, like all this stuff is burning up. And we still wanted to clean out. There's another one in there I want to clean up. I'll use, there's a few in here as well. Actually, what have I done? I might send these back down to just clear out these different groups. Remains have been collected. Again, I can sell the remains if I need the money. Feraldel produced the academy. That's even more research then for us. The armory is going to give me draft. That's not bad at all, actually. The monolith as well. The armory I can get in 3. Let's just get the armory. And the Elder Camp produced the mana obelisk. What do I need for that one there? 2 quarries. I'll go with just a. I'll just go with a. Which one should we do? The blacksmith. Let's draft. The estate hall is going to give me growth. Actually, that's what I want. I'll just go that way. Not boosted, but it'll do. So the orders now they're slowly building up in through here. This is the capital of that particular group. We'll just move across. Everyone's sort of healed up and is quite strong and healthy. Wellspring. Yeah, won't worry about that one. They're bringing a few different forces in, champions and stuff. Not sure where the giant is. Just scout this out a little bit. Okay, well, in their turn again. Now, Arachna should be up the top here, I think, where Hambinger is sort of operating. He's done well with his expansion. He's not been under threat at all. So I don't know why he needed us to help him. Okay, so War Milk Blue is saying, so what do you get now? Just one random piece that the hero had equipped? Yes. I was seeing different groups sort of wandering around. These are in the south. I thought I saw one in the north. So we've got some of these camps and stuff are sort of for spawning different units, but I thought I saw one up this way, wandering around somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure where. Alright, well, this is an easy attack, and we have a few others down this way as well. It's really simple. Yep, so I'll just do these, we'll just auto these battles. Auto combat. Took a bit of damage, but that's okay. Got the enchanted mask. It's a tier 4. Tier 3, that'll do. We'll keep that one there. That one's also got a tier 2. Beacon's got a tier 3. I'll leave that one where that is. They're all okay. Now, also we do actually have, so we've got Sev. He has higher range. Let's just go the robe of hexing in here. So we'll confirm this one. Close that one off. So like a mage's robe. Oh, there's some stuff down there. You can claim that and get rid of this stuff as well. Now we're going into a volcanic eruptions battle, but we'll just auto combat this one as well. Oh, I don't want to lose these, so I definitely don't want to lose a pyromancer. Now we've gone into this battle with injured units, so this is now sort of on me. When I did that one of the great things about Age of Wonders is it allows you to replay as many times as you like, whether you've done it automatically or if you've done it yourself. So if I go in and retry. We'll have to play this battle out now just to save the units. I can't just replay the auto. Alright, now we need to just have a quick look and see what we've got. Now you can see that there's like this red area through here. This is a volcanic eruption. So every 2 turns a marker is placed, and after 1 turn the ground will erupt and units within with one tile of the marker will suffer 10 physical damage and 10 fire damage. Random affected hexes will gain on fire, so this will become a fiery little zone. And unfortunately this is sort of the only way through to get to where these units are. So it looks like I may have to try to rush forward a little bit. Actually I can rush over there. I thought that was actually high, but it's only low. So we just need to avoid this area. And sort of bring everyone else up. Now we've got a few different units where they have, what do we have through here? Primal lunge, jump. So this one is something where we can actually go forward and then do a primal lunge into the group that's actually there. Should be 4, isn't there? Or is there only 3? That's their main unit, this slither here, which does actually have a venomous spit. Cannot be used when in an enemy zone of control, so I could actually go that way. We do actually have a mage fighter there, which would have been what would have killed our pyromancer. The pyromancer is already fairly weak anyway, fairly low. It's going to do a little bit of damage there, but not a lot. Wherever this thing can get to, it can attack whatever's going to be down this way. So I probably want to put the pyromancer there, I would think. Began is actually a physical fighter, so he can actually sort of move in to do different things. He's only got 74 hit points, but that'd still be enough. He's got a lot of protection. Warrior's Fervour, yep, so requires Fervour, but we'll get that. So I'll move him up and we'll just start the attack, or I can put him into defense, one of the two. This thing here is doing pretty well. I can charge in and hit something with that. Maybe that's Slither. So let's go and move this one up to here and hit this guy with the so we'll just use those unicorns for that. Then we've got a tier 2 constrictor. I can actually start to constrict different units, but it's got to be within a range of 3. Let's see if we can constrict this, like bring this one forward a little bit. There's a 47% chance it will pull it forward. That will then constrict it. Yes, it did work. And so that one can't move anymore. So Beacon can now move around and actually hit it as well, but we now should be able to have damage done from here. I could do that one, but I don't think I will. This one here does get to sort of lunge forward. I will take that. That's the range. It's only range of 3. In that case, I'll jump into here. So that just did a bit of damage there. Move this one up. One attack there. 2 attacks there at 50%. I'll take that. Raise and a miss. Okay, it's now been weakened, and so we're going to end up with a with like the lava eruption. We'll just end up in there. Next lava eruption is right here. It's trying to move down to attack these guys. Now that's what we don't want. So this thing here with its breath attack has actually been able to destroy that unit. So again, with these, with the way that Age of Wonders sort of works, I can decide to do something different there. So what we can do is anytime we like is we can just go back and restart combat. Or if I do a quick save, I can actually just take it to there, but we'll just go and restart. We don't want to be losing that unit. It's too weak to do that one. Hi Christotep, how you going? So we'll try it again. So this like we sort of, like by doing that we sort of see, okay, look, the danger is not the slither, which is what I thought the danger would have been. The danger is actually the flying unit. This level 1 Wyvern fledgling with this attack. So it's got a lesser burst, which is actually fairly powerful. Yes, this is actually a fairly powerful attack that it does end up having. So we need to protect from that. Now this one here has got a range of 4. So if it flies to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it can hit anything out to here. Now I can't really stop that from happening, but what I can do is to try to protect this from the attack. Now this symbol here is a bit newish to Age of Wonders. It means it's a magic fighter. Because they changed the way that resistance and what else am I trying to say through here? Resistance and defense work. Depending on what the attack is, it now goes either against defense or against resistance. And so this one, resistance reduces damage from magic attacks and combat spells. This one here reduces damage against melee attacks and missile attacks. When we have a look at this particular unit here, this one over through here is a magic based attack. You see at the bottom line there, single shot magic base. So that goes up against resistance. So I need to bolster the resistance to have that unit survive. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. This magic strike is also a magic attack as well. So these go against resistance, not against the defense. Hope that makes sense. If I bolster this one, it doesn't really help. If I go back to Beacon and do this one through here, so all adjacent friendly units gain 3 defense, and all adjacent friendly units gain 3 status resistance as well. And so this is actually this protective wall is fairly important. But it only is affecting the stuff that doesn't really matter. So we can just test it out and see, is that going to work? If we start to sort of do what we just did before, let's go and move this one back up again. Now, actually, I can actually grab that one. I can do it this way. I can try to actually hit this one and pull it in. This one's a higher chance. Now that we've done that, it's now constricted against the constrictor. So, so this one now has got this one's now got a less chance to actually be able to do anything. You can still use this, so it doesn't matter if it's right next to another unit. So it can still actually make use of that attack within range 4. So it can hit a few of these different things. So I still need to be more than 4 away from that. Having said that, now what I can do here is potentially do this and just sort of hit this one and stay away from that range 4. So I might just do that with that unit. That protects that unit from that one. If we have a quick look and see what this one can then go and do. This one does have a venomous spit at range 4. Cannot be used when within an enemy zone of control, so it can move to anywhere and then do this spit. It's not quite as powerful as this flame burst. Now the pyromancer should have protection. Oh, it's got fire weakness at the moment because of the season that we're in. So if I have a look at the resistances in through here, we'll see fire, we're only getting like 10% from that one, which is not great. And I'm guessing everyone will have that. So if I go into this one here, for example, this is why this unit's become so powerful. It's just the season. Volcanic heat. Yeah, there we go. It's a volcanic heat from this particular attack. The CA unit suffers -3 fire protection. We get frost protection because of the ongoing heat. So again, if you have a look at this one, we'll sort of see the resistances are low for fire. But this one's got the hit points to be able to carry it. Alright, so we will do this one. It's now caused burning all the way through there. Chance there. I can still just keep this one back if I need to. So if that one does move, no, I still can't do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can actually hit Began, but that's about it. So I'll move Began up to there and just lock that in. So he's just going to give these protective walls to all these others, including this one here. So the others should all be okay. We'll just lock that one down and we'll just end our turn. Now the Wyvern can't move. The Slither's going to go backwards to avoid what's going on and hit the Unicorn. That's fine. So now we are good. There we go, the Wyvern actually ended up burning. So it is done. Now we can try to constrict this one. Let's go and do it. Yep, that worked. Can jump. And jump up to that location if I needed to. I might do that, I think. Stay out of the fire. Just keep Began where he is. let's move up a little bit. I'm not sure about as if this thing can actually do much damage. Not a hell of a lot. Not a hell of a lot, so I think we'll survive. This one's got to slip away, unfortunately. I just remembered that. Oh no, that's okay. That's alright. So it is just purely this unit here now. I could constrict it in, but I think I'll just keep on saving up my mana. We shouldn't have to worry about this one too much. Can't reach it. Big hits, that's good. It's been constricted. And the kill. Low darts, that's good. Okay, we'll close that one off. Yep, so that's all good. But you can see it depends on the game. I play some one city games on massive maps where in the late game I get most of my income from corpses and prisoners. Okay, that's interesting. I love how different the game can be as you sort of are playing it. Now this one here, we've got no more movement. We don't get any healing either. But that's good. We've sort of cleared out a lot of this area, which has been nice. Pact of Loyalty back into here. So this is actually Hoplenberg. So this is good. So we're sort of now moving up through the various stages. So we can trade with him now if we wanted to. Hero leveled up. So this is Began. After that last attack, he's gone to level 6. And really probably want to get this minus 20% base unit upkeep. Let's go that way, I think. So we can generate more money. Money has been an issue for us. Everything's good there. We can now rebuild these, so we'll go and do that. Take 3 turns. Gladiatorial Pit has now been brought in. Select new research. There's the Warlord. We also got Fiery Heart. So this is minor race transformation. Target race gains a fiery core, gaining +2 fire protection, +10% critical hit chance, and fire hazard immunity, which would have been nice for this last one that we just did. Or we can get the Warlord, which is a tier 4 unit. Does have these different commands in that as well. That's good. Wow. I always like to get these. I think I'll still go the Fiery Heart, but I would like to get the Warlord soonish. Alright, so we need to go down. We've got a Mistwalker camp out here, which is the one that we want to be killing off. Let's just, yeah, we can do this one here. So next turn we'll be in there. Or we should be. Actually, I can build a road through there if I needed to. So this one's slowly building up more and more units. we'll just leave that one where that is. This is Arachna. Spirit Downs back that way. Now, I'm sort of, unfortunately, I'm inside her territory. Let's just go and press enter and just get out of her territory a little bit. So hopefully she won't hunt us down. Okay, we'll end our turn here. So Arachna is the Spider Queen. This is Hambinger's force. So Class was saying this game looks fun. I just feel a bit intimidated. Is it far more complex than Civ? It's nuanced, and look, don't be put off by it. There's ways of playing it. There's, for example, if you play, like, there's different cultures, and even if you only get the base game, there's still a lot of stuff you can do. Actually, they've come hunting for us, that little group. Just far enough away. Here they go. Now, why have they attacked? Oh, this is another group from back over here. Now, if I auto this, I then don't get to heal up. I think I'll still auto combat this one. It's like they've come in and attacked us. These are absolute fanatics. These guys, these frogs. So they're actually they're an enemy. I knew I saw something moving around up this way. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Just close that one off. So what happens with him? We should pick up some loot there, I think. There we go. Now this is a tier 3, Blightbringer of Agony. Let's open up the hero screen and just see if that's better for one of the others. I can't use that here with this particular hero. That's only tier 1, the Poison Orb. So we'll bring the Blightbringer of Agony in, which will do more damage, different types of things. So we'll just confirm that one. Do have these masks as well. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just leave them where they are. Close them off. Yeah, so the game is... yeah, there is an easy mode. Like, you can sort of play. I'll show you the start of the game if I just save where I am. I'll show you the best way to get into the game if you're wanting to learn it. So if we go back out, and we won't surrender, we'll just exit the game. Exit to menu. So if you are trying to play the game, if you go into new game,
choose your destination.
You've got, these are the worlds you're going to be going into. And so the premise is you've got this thing called Mage Haven, which is sort of like where all of the different portals, the different worlds sort of come off from this particular portal. And so all of the different mages end up going through the portal, or starting through in an area where they're either like a champion, which means that they're of that world, or they're a mage, which means they've come through the portal and have taken over a faction. So when you first start, you sort of first of all, you're choosing the world you're going to be going into. Now there's official, there's completed ones if you sort of play different things. I don't even remember doing that one, to be honest. And then you've got your own custom world, so you can sort of build up whatever you want. In the official ones, these are split between what's called story realms and then just challenge realms. And so the number of skulls is how difficult it actually is. So we happen to be playing Burrow Downs at this stage, which is a 3 skull difficulty that we played. I tried playing this initially on hard mode, and it was too hard for me. So I'm now playing it on medium mode, and it's actually probably too easy for me, to be honest. So I'm sort of somewhere in the middle there would have been probably the best thing for me. But there's an easy mode as well, and by default, when you click on that one, it does go to easy. And so you can see there we've got a couple of hard ones. A lot of them are 3. The first one, Valley of Wonders, is essentially the tutorial, not a tutorial, but it's sort of like the entry level story. So it's sort of like the easiest of the stories. It introduces the concept of the different mages, how things actually go and work. So if you are wanting to sort of get that sort of introduction, that's a good one to play. I do always recommend that one as a good starting point. It's a story realm, so you do get context. Story realm doesn't mean a preset map. It just means an algorithm has been formed. And all of these are still random maps to a degree, but they're random maps within an algorithm. The challenge worlds I would avoid, until you sort of get used to it. These have often got like a special aspect to them, where there's something difficult will come in, and most of these are actually, you'll see, are all got DLC. These little letters here are from DLC. In fact, all of them are. You've got a few little things in through here, like Flaybest Fields. This is actually just going to be Challenge Realms. And when we hover over it, we can see that there's different things to do with this one here. So this one has got like a Disdain for Evil, Endless Fields, Peaceful Lands, and Continents. So if I just go and flip across to here, so this the people in this realm despise evil and will fight to prevent it from taking root. So all empires gain grievances against empires with evil alignment. So if you play good on this one, you're going to be doing well. Endless Fields, in this case, you end up with temperate provinces are common, desolate provinces are absent, grassland are common, and food resource nodes are common. So these things all affect the random maps. So these are full random maps, these ones here. This one here, Peaceful Lands, so you got... this realm features mostly benevolent spirits and creatures, so again fairly easy. And then this one here, continents, so you've sort of got like large land masses. So that would be an easy one. This one's another easy one, and then it just ramps up from there. As we go and have a look at these, I don't know if it'll sort of show it. Yeah, this one here, even this one here, it's got ancient ruins. So these are all different things that will actually impact the random map generation. If you go to create your own realm, you do then end up getting the option, like if we go and go to create realm in here, we can build exactly those just by putting the stuff. If I just go to customize the realm, you've got different things in here, like the climate, the actual inhabitants, the theme of the world. If you do want, like I usually try to leave them blank. If you add these presences, these are like other players that are stronger than you, so these make the game hard. And then you've got these little features in through here where you can just add. There's so much you can do to just get the flavour of what you want for the world. So you'll see there, for example, there's the Disdain for Evil. It's back in there. And then you'll see this was called a simple realm trait. Other ones will be normal realm traits. There'll be, it's normal as well, complex. So there's different realm traits. And so you can actually you can leave these on random if you wanted to. And then tell the game, I only want to have simple ones come in. So you can actually go unknown trait, which means it'll pick randomly, but it will only pick as long as you tell it to only go in with different things. So the customization is absolutely unbelievable. Like it's sort of, it's incredible what you can do. But I would suggest you start with this one here. I'll just select it. Then you have to choose your faction. And rather than build your own faction, so again, you've got different difficulties in through there, easy, normal, or hard. If you're starting, just play on easy. Go next. Now, the first character in this list, you've got like the library of characters that the game actually gives you. You've got your own custom characters you can then go and create as well. But if you just choose Alfred Elderstone, again, he's the easiest one to play. So this one here, if I have a look and see what he's actually got, if I just go and click on him for a second, but he's got I didn't realise this until I actually went and the Triumph guys actually were talking about just how overpowered it is to play as his particular class. If we go and have a look at him, he's got the Tome of Faith, so he starts off sort of like being more religious, I guess. They're just humans, so it's you can understand what's going on pretty easily. They're a feudal monarchy, and feudal monarchy is the easiest culture to play in the game, and it is overpowered. And the reason it's overpowered, it's for new players to get used to the game. So they've made this one as simple as they can, as strong as they can. It's not completely unbalanced, but it is certainly the easiest of them to actually then go and play. So when you play as this one, things will feel fairly intuitive as you sort of get used to the actual game itself. So this is a good one to start with, this Alfred Elderstone. He's he is the epitome of I guess the entry level character to play the game with. So I would be suggesting the first story realm, first character, Alfred Elderstone, and just get into it that way. It makes it so much easier. Anyway, that's very quick sort of summary as to what to do if you are trying to get used to the game. But it like the way I've been playing the game is that I do like it on hard mode. So it is harder than what you'd expect to be playing. So don't be put off by if things are looking too complex. Just read a few more of the comments. Where are we? So yes, this is saying it's worth having a look at the auto combat results. So yeah, there's a replay. Yeah, you can do that. I'll show you that next actually. When we go in, and you can learn a lot about the tactical battles from that one. So Bud the Wise is saying to Class B, I'm in the same boat. Thanks for the rundown. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think it's one of those things where the game appears, depending on how you play it. Like my preferred way of playing the game is to actually turn off all the animals and just have the standard Tolkien stuff on, and then just play Tolkien-esque sort of groups. So get rid of the animals entirely. Bigginson saying it's also worth watch some of the AIs do auto battles. It doesn't play perfectly, but it can show you some tactics with your units. Yeah, that's actually a very good suggestion. It happens a bit fast. You can't pause it, so it's like watching a show basically of what's going on. I'll show you that when we do the next random battle. Personally, think it's one of the most accessible 4X games out there. Yes, I agree with you. Hi Sapio, how are you going? So Bud the Wise is saying, I've played Civ, Stellaris and Old World, so I feel Age of Wonders 4 is a natural progression for me. Yeah, look, I think it's Civ, people just have an instinctive understanding from. If you play Stellaris and Old World, you're in the same complexity as Age of Wonders, to be honest, so I don't think you'll be out of your depth at all. So saying in many ways, all those games are a bit harder to pick up, so you should do fine. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a game that is fairly intuitive, and they've made the game better and better all the time. So Class was saying thanks very much. I'll give it a try. It's a great game. Sizzle is saying I would. This is my favourite game of all time, by the way. Age of Wonders 4. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't say overpower, but the feudal monarchy is easy play. Other factions can match them if you exploit all of their advantages. Yes, but you have to know what you're doing when you play the other cultures to a degree. Anyway, with the feudal monarchy. You can make mistakes and it will be fairly forgiving, and you'll end up with more money than like if you sort of play even half well, you're going to do well. So anyway, that's where we go. Hi Heart of Mithril. So any super necessary DLCs, or is vanilla is really fine. Like to be honest, if let's just say that I was in your boat and I wasn't sure about whether I was going to like the game or not. Vanilla gives you a lot of stuff to start with, like a hell of a lot to start with. Like if I go into a new game again, all of these different things don't really matter. So all of the stuff where you're seeing all the DLCs with all these different worlds and stuff, I don't play them anyway. I don't play them. My way of playing the game is to go to Create Realm, and most of these things are in the base game, by the way. And then I just go to Customize Realm, and I then start to just pick and choose these. So if I go into here, I think it will show you. Now all of these are part of the base game. I'll just leave it on continents. If I go into here, these ones aren't. So you get a few that aren't. But most of them are. Like you sort of have a look. There's the warp seasons that we're playing with on this particular map. So the warp seasons are here, but this is from this DLC. But most of the other bits and pieces are sort of where they need to be, like Highlands, for example. If we choose Highlands, inhabitants again, like you'll see that a lot of them, demonic realm, dragon territories. These are all base game stuff. So you end up with a lot of incredibly good base game bits and pieces. A lot of these here with the little floral leaf come from what's called the Pantheon. And so these are, as you play the game, you then get points when you sort of do different things. I've got 4 points to spend here, for example. And from here you can go and get different rewards. And so a lot of these little unlocks have come through the Pantheon. So I've unlocked a lot of the stuff that's actually in through here. I try to get everything that can actually impact the game. So these are like cultural choices, for example, the merciless slavers, etc., etc. So I tend not to worry about the helmets and stuff like that. So I haven't got those yet. Just trying to find other things. Different infusions. So these and so these, some of these come through with DLCs and so on and so forth, but a lot of them are just base game. There's 2 pages of them essentially, so you sort of but I tend to just unlock anything that's going to impact the game itself, so you end up with those different bits and pieces. So as far as the DLCs are great, they're not just good, they are great without exception. Like, I mean, there's some that I would put class as good, but generally they are incredibly good. Like in terms of what you get in the actual DLCs, it was one of the things that Paradox, the guy from Paradox, that was sort of showing us around when we were like in the Netherlands to sort of look at Triumph Studios. He said, the Triumph Studio guys are incredible. They come up with these DLC ideas. They sound fantastic. They sort of build it, and then they actually add a lot more on top. So the DLCs have always got extra stuff in them, always, and so they're always incredibly good. I'll just go and exit out of the Pantheon. There we are. So yeah, so just and all these different things. Again, these come through, like, some of these are DLCs, but the majority of them aren't. So you can build a really interesting game just from the base game. You don't need it. And even if you just literally leave it just with nothing in there, it's still a fun game. Like, even if I'll just put that to none. If I just leave that as a continents game, it's just a random map. It's great. It's a good way to play the game. So that one sort of works. You've then got your different setups and stuff. If you go to advanced settings, this one it allows you to really tweak what you do. Like, so for example, when I come back through here, I tend to play the rulers on hard. So the AI difficulty will be, for me, on hard mode. And so that will then sort of change what they do, AI hard all the way through there. Or the other way I play it is with teams, and that's probably the way I prefer. Put it back on normal, and then just go to teams and actually just have... this is new, actually, by the way, guys. So this is actually new, just come in like in the last couple of weeks. So you've now got fixed teams. Teams are fixed. This was the old way of playing and cannot be changed during the game. Each team starts at war with every other team, and most diplomacy is disabled. But now they've added in alliances. So I haven't played this yet. I'm looking forward to this. So team members start in a full alliance with each other. Once the game begins, rulers are free to leave the alliance if they wish. So it makes it more dynamic. You still start off in teams, but it's a dynamic way of doing it. Overlords. One player in each team is the overlord, while the other players are his vassals. The overlord has control over diplomacy, and vassals may not leave the team without their permission. So a player is assigned as overlord in the settings menu. So 3 different ways now of playing a teams game, which is really cool. I can't wait to do this, actually, because I haven't played these yet. But this is just come in. This is just literally just come in. This is part of this is base game changes that they've actually just put in. This is what I mean. Like, they keep on just adding stuff you just don't expect. And so, because often when you play a teams game, people go, oh, the diplomacy is really shit in this game, because you've got it turned off. If you're playing that one, you're basically playing without diplomacy. But this one here is now probably going to be my preferred way of playing it. So I'd prefer to be playing alliances and then actually changing the teams for the AI, as an example. So I could then sort of start to change their actual team. So I can go to team 2. I'd be team 1 anyway. Or no team. Just go close. Anyway, so that's essentially, you end up with the teams. You can set up basically so that you end up with groups of AI fighting together against you, which then raises the difficulty without actually making the individual AIs super powerful. Whereas if you make them on hard mode, they get a lot of bonuses, so it's a bit cheaty. Through here, you've got like the different sorts of things you can then add to your world. There's a few things I don't like, for example. So I tend to I actually quite like just the library rulers. So I'll often just turn off all of the other rulers. Just leave that one on. You can change what type of rulers are going to come in as you start to get different DLCs as well. So you can actually turn them from them showing up a lot, just randomly, to rare, to off, whatever you want to be doing through there. Cultures, if you don't like a particular culture, just turn it off. Again, if you look at this, the base game has got feudal, it's got high, it's got barbarian. It's got which is this one here? That is industrious. It's got dark, and it's got sort of like astral. So you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cultures as you're in your base game to play with. And even with the different forms you've got, like you've got humans, elves, their base game. Going back through orcs, dwarves, halflings, goblins, tigrans, rats, toads, and moles are all base game stuff. So they're all, if you just get the base game, you get to play with all those different factions. But again, you can say, I tend to think, okay, all these animals can disappear. We don't want them in the game. Even tigrans I'll turn off a little bit, even though they were part of the original game. Turn off the lizard men, like it's all the animals. So you can actually turn all these different things off if you wanted to play it more like a like a Lord of the Rings sort of style. Turn off the rabbits, turn off the owls now as well. The owls just came in. So you can actually sort of decide, I'm going to turn off all of those different groups and just have the humanoid ones if you're wanting to. There's so much you can do in this. Anyway, that's just the setup. I won't keep on rambling on about it. I'm just going to cancel all this. Go back out and we'll go back to our game. But it's don't be... Like, the game is super adaptable, so you can sort of get exactly what you want. Lizardmen were also part of the original game. Yes, they were. Yes, they were called Draconians then. I don't know if they're called Draconians there. Actually, I'm not sure. Certainly, you end up making Draconians. You can. Any faction can be a Draconian now, whereas it wasn't so much in the base game. Sorry, in the original games. So we'll just go and load them in. So the lizard men were the Draconians. So the toads are in a DLC? No, the toads are a base game. Okay, so let's now we've done that one through there. Now I can. This one is actually now I've just loaded back in. We've had this little fight, and what the guys are saying is. I just did an auto fight here and sort of saw it, but it actually doesn't just randomly figure out what's going to happen. It actually plays the game out. I wish you could pause this. This is one of the things I wish that they would add into it, just so you can really see what's going on. But I can't actually pause it. So when it starts, I can change the speed, but there's no actual pause. I can exit. I can go 4 times, 2 times, or 1 times. I just wish there was a pause. Pretty sure there's no pause. Yeah. And so this is them playing from our side. We can see them sort of strengthening up different units. The support units are putting things in. They're all moving off into different positions. Again, support units are helping to set things up. Shield walls are going up. I'll just let it play out so you can sort of see what's going on. So the AI is in control of this one. Enemy is now going to come back down, so they're going to start to move. That will then start to buff these different units. So the support units... Now, I never bother awakening and doing any of that sort of stuff. I should do it, I guess, at the start, because it does make the units more powerful. Putting up shield walls again. See how the AI is holding back? This is one of the keys to playing the game well. Is to set up good defensive locations and then just let the AI come at you. But the AI is playing the AI, so they're also going to be a bit circumspect. But they attacked me, so the onus is on them really to attack me, I guess. See how clumped up we are? Now that's if they had a unit that can actually cast spells into that would be devastating, or could be. And it's now thinking. They're moving through. You get the idea anyway. You can sort of... This is why pausing would be good, just so you can sort of see the layout, where they've got the shield wall established all the way through the middle there. Strengthening is going up as well, and now they're starting to cast their spells. Here's our actual ruler. Cast a burning attack on it, which almost destroyed it. Strengthening units up, moving in, starting to attack them now. So these are archers that have got like an ability there to sort of do different things. More support units going in. Anyway, I'll speed it right up. But it would be better to have more controls here, even to rewind. So it's pretty cool the way it does work. Anyway, that's all going to be over and done with. Still saying, if you look at the forms, it's the ones that have a little abbreviation next to them that was the DLC stuff. So SA for Secrets of the Archmages, or RR for Rise of Ruin. Yeah. So you get different cultures and things, different units that come in from the different DLCs. Different rulers as well. Like you only get either champions or wizards if you get the base game. If you get the DLCs, you can then bring in dragons, giants, things like that. So we're going to be fighting a giant. So this giant comes from the giant DLC, which I don't think you need that to play this story if you get this DLC. Pretty sure you wouldn't need that. Okay, so breach is made. Oh wow, we're already here. I'm just going to close that one off. Just want to make sure that I've got everything I need. So this is actually, now I don't know where he is. He's somewhere on the map, hiding away. We'll come back to him in just a minute. Create a new bounty. Can we got that one quick actually? So bounties, I can decide that I want different units to try to go off and kill things, and then I'll pay for it. But I don't need to do that, so I'm not going to worry about it. So this one has been captured. Spell's ready to cast. So I've got Summon War Golem. I would like that. So tier 5. Next turn, is it? Yeah, don't quite. Yeah, next turn we'll get it. So we'll bring that one in. Now, let's just say that I was going to struggle with this fight, which I'm not going to, but let's just say I was. I can delay, even though I've breached the wall. I don't have to attack this turn. I can just wait. We produce an armory back through this other side as well. Monolith, go that way. Sprite Tree can annex another province. This is the one that we're going into this Shattered Isle now and starting to sort of pick up the other locations. Now I can't take these until I've actually claimed them, but I can still keep on moving back this way. I'll just go and grab another farm, which will then just help with my growth. It just gets me close to these, and we'll come back once we've got some more strong units. All right, back in here. This one here is a new city that we've got. So this is the one that Began's controlling, and we're just trying to expand up into and sort of just claim the different areas. So the ones that I've got a few of these. I will go and get a quarry there. I don't think I've got a quarry anywhere else. Yep, so that gives me a quarry, a mine, and I don't have a farm. Actually, a farm would be useful. So this group here, the Mistwalkers, are a little bit further away than what we want. So we'll just turn the road building on. And again, we're sort of in an area we're not getting any extra bits and pieces. Once we get this is another part of the story where the rabbit is going to then be sort of impacted. So we'll just go into road building, and there we go. We can get right to the Mistwalker camp with this road building. It's going to cost me a little bit of gold, but I'll still do it. Oh, that's a magma spirit. We'll take the reward. And road building is still on. I'll just move it up there. And this unit as well. Just get it up there with it. Yeah, the road runs through there. So we're in the mist, which means we're not sort of seeing much what's going on. And we have this magma spirit, which is going to be just a fairly weak battle mage unit. This particular group in here is fairly weak as well. what I'm going to do with this is move off one of these guys and move this one back in. Just the spirit won't be able to protect itself. This guy will be able to when he's on his own. So I'll just do a quick save because I just want to auto this one. It's going to arrive. No, I can do it with this. I can actually use this unit here, the spirit tracker. They've changed recently the way that movement works, but your scouts can always move a bit further. So if we can start the battle, it's a safe battle. Just do an auto combat. We don't want to lose any units. Oh, there's 2 groups in there. Didn't even see that. Now we did lose the gargoyle. I'm happy with that. Look, I'll accept that. I didn't realise there was actually 2 stacks there. That's fine. We'll just close that one off. And we pick up a few different rewards. So the Mark of Precision, or the Mask of Precision, back and through here. Band of Fear. The end of the unit's turn, adjacent enemy units lose 5 morale. That's a good one for Began. So we'll actually give that ring across to Began. I'll just go straight to Began here and give him the ring. Confirm, that'll do. So we've now fulfilled this little quest that we had on the side here to destroy 2 of these. So the Break Twister plot aftermath. So upon vanquishing the Mistwalkers, Dornusk has been our guide. Started off as like a little sort of mistling or whatever they called, and has now turned into like the Summer Fairy. So Dornusk makes a muted call that somehow still echoes far. Then Lobelia Greyfang appears, saying, "I knew you'd come back to me." So Auntie, come and see, chimes Dornusk. How bad a bruised Polari be? By Mistwalker's fang and claw and spear, all are engaged in pain and fear. So that's all this poetry. That's why I tend to just play the Lord of the Rings stuff. I mean, it's well written, but it's not my sort of style anyway. Lobelia observes the cage-riddled camp a while in pained silence. I didn't know. Alandra promised all life a chance to blossom. How could she do this to me? This is not the way of spring, growls Lobelia with a distraught gait. Has Alandra been taking me for a fool? Alandra is like a what's called the Duathardae. There's actually 2 different Fae groups in this world. So, and this is just part of the story realm of this particular story. So the Duathardae, shrouds and mysteries surround the Duathardae, lords of the Fae realm Duatha, which is sort of what they're making this into. For all that is known, they are very protective of the lands, blah, blah, blah. So they're actually against, there's another one, I forget what they're called. Anyway, there's a good group, which is what this group is part of. And they're trying to wrest this one back away from the others. So we've got a corrupted animal here, which has sort of been tricked into going to the evil side. We've got the giant that we're fighting, which we'll fight in just a minute. We've got Rachna, who is the queen of the spiders. She won't be able to be turned, and we've also got the evil owl as well, which we haven't had anything to be able to turn him. So anyway, it's convinced Lobelia Greyfang to join the Polari struggle. So your diplomatic state with Lobelia Greyfang changes to alliance. So she actually now, we'll get another event here, but she will now be part of our alliance with Hambinger. So she has joined us by doing this. So disciple no more. So with a pained grimace, Lobelia ponders her moral quandaries for what feels like the longest instance ever obliged upon Duatha. Spring is the blossom after death's embrace, quotes Lobelia in humming song. The hopes of a new life before the lengthening of days, the call to sprout and break the fast for all living things to strengthen at last. So, swallowing her hurts, Lobelia concludes, Alandra urged us to break our fast, unyielding as benefits in the predator in spring, but this has crippled our game of its fair chance to repopulate. This befoulment of spring must end, announces Lobelia. I've renounced this perverse disciple's mantle and shall join the Polari cause. The Polari are the animals, so the various Polari groups. Not much is known about them. For reports that the Fae realm Duatha are sacred. Yeah, but anyway, scarce. Sorry. Anyway, they're the animals. So result, Lobelia Greyfang will no longer be the disciple of Spring. Diplomatic state between Hambinger and Lobelia changes to alliance. Diplomatic state between Kana Grump changes to war. So she's now at war with the others. Now this means that that group of toads, who was her vassals, will now also turn into our alliance. So that even though they've been attacking us relentlessly and we've been killing them off, that will now change as well. So we can do different things here. We can celebrate with a grand picnic. So this one, so everyone receives, yeah, all the different groups. Now that's actually really cool. This is very good. Celebrate joyfully on the streets. We just get stability. Or celebrate with bold military parade. That's there. This one here, getting the extra population is what we want. Great. Okay, so that sort of then means that all of the cities, they've got a hero leveled up as well. So Sapior has gone up another level. She's gone to level 8, so we get this one as well. So we get 2 different choices. I'll get the Adept of Chaos in here. Select that one. Are these worth it? Actually, that's not bad. We were trying to come down into here to get one of these. Regenerating support. No, that's actually not it either. Where is it? There's one that he can get. One of these. Rite of Restoration. That's not it. One of these. He's got something that he can actually pick up, which is very, very helpful. I thought he could resurrect. Or reincarnate. Here we go. It transforms into an animal, but I think we'll still just go that way for starters. This one here is actually polymorph. That's actually a good one as well. Changing sort of like powerful creatures into weak creatures. Friendly corpse. I'm not sure which way I should go with this. Back up into here. Distracted is a good one for us. I'll get the weakened. So got the second one as well. You're not really using animals. Go that way. Confirm, that'll do. All right, so we've cleaned out those. The mist is now all gone. So we did actually lose one of the characters, which is fine. There's another group there, like a horned god, just protecting different zones. Now, what have we got underneath there? Astral Dew. I don't know if we've got Astral Dew. That could be worth grabbing, actually, while we're here. If we have a bit of a look at... Now, we're now going to be seeing everything on this other side as well. So what she's been doing will now be exposed to us as well. So she'll now sort of join in the fight. So we're sort of getting towards the end game, I guess. That's her capital city there. She does have one of these that she has gone into and has started to sort of work within. So she's just got different groups coming into there. All right. Just leave them back up there. There's Arachna's territory. They've also got other territories as well. Wow, that one's got a city way over there. That's interesting. That'd be hard to protect it. I mean, it's miles away from their capital. Anyway, we're going to be dealing with the giant now. So so we've now got 2 that are in the alliance and 3 enemies still. So Spring Scent can annex another province. And so with this one here, I do want to get a farm. I'll just go this way, just to get the growth. I've got another one in here as well. I'll go grab another conduit. Not sure if I can get any more down in here until I can get little areas back in here as well. We don't get a massive amount from these. The farms are good just because they give me growth. But I think I might go up and just get some of the other areas around us. Like this is a good one here. The tunneling spider is going to give me happiness, even more happiness into the city, which will start there. Elder Camp can annex another province. And again, there's no real point in here. Actually, no, that one gives me a heap of... the ruined fishing grounds aren't... well, it's not really applying, is it? Shrine to the Spirits. I'll grab that one, just get the food. And Feral Dell can get another one as well. Now, we've done all the ones inside there, so it's more just about what we can get from outside here. We don't have anything that we need to claim in here. Like I could force the claiming this one here, but I don't need to. We're getting the benefit there anyway. Now, what have we got? We've only got we've got 2 farms. Is that all? No gold mines. Oh, they're coming back. That's right. I can't reach out that far just yet. I'll grab another farm. Alright, so here we go. This is now going to be... this one won't destroy him because we have to find where he is. Now, he still may be hidden away in the city here somewhere. But I think we would have seen him. Whoever we attack him with is going to be the central part of the attack. I'm just going to grab myself a drink of water, be right back. Now, taking this city is going to severely weaken him, like dramatically. So, I'll go in with this group in the middle. Yeah, there he is. He is in here, but we're just not seeing him. So, like he can sort of remain hidden. Now, we've got 2,700 and he's got 1,900. What's he got in here? So he's actually got Sentry Nest, so grants 2 Striders on the defender's side when fighting a defensive siege. Summer Heat, because we're fighting in the summer. At the start of the owner's turn, enemy units adjacent to the owner's units have 90% chance of suffering burning. And suffer 5 fire damage for each stack of burning that they have. And then we've got Blinding Sandstorm is also there, so we end up with 60% base chance of suffering blind, which is going to be a problem. It's going to be hard, actually. Of units, it's all units, including his units. This is a tricky one. I'm just going to retreat for a second here. 3 more seasons left in summer, he's the strongest now. I'll just do a quick save here because it may be better to wait. But I think we still go for it. We're not seeing him, so he's hidden away. It's funny, we don't. We're seeing that group there, but we're not seeing these other 2 groups. Now, some of these are really badly injured. Yeah, so we've got a good shot here. Let's do this one manually. This will be a hard one. I think we'd get through unscathed even with auto combat, to be honest. But let's just do manual combat. Now, they didn't actually have big walls. It's still early in the game. Like I keep on forgetting that. It's only like we're not even at turn 60 yet. So that's a two-headed giant, and he's essentially the ruler of summer, and we're in summer now. So he gets a lot more bonuses. So I'm going to try to heal up these damaged units. And we'll go through, like basically, this is going to take a little bit of time. So we'll just spend our time just to go through what's going on and how things are working. So we came in with, like from our side of things, when we did this one, we ended up with the different units. We ended up with all these different warhounds coming in. So we've got 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be another one as well. There's a couple. One extra one because we have a hunter as well. One of the archers that we have is a hunter unit, which one? Is that one there? Yeah, Houndmaster. This one brings in his own dogs as well. It's mainly going to be like these are charging units, which means that the longer they run, the more they can then sort of hit different units and cause damage. So I can actually hit this unit pretty hard to then at least sort of strike it. I don't know if I can get it with 2. I can actually. I can hit it twice. So I'll do that. So I'm going to bring that one forward. This one here can reach also that charging unit. And we've got another charging unit here. One thing I like to look at when I'm just doing a quick evaluation is if I see a number 1 or 2, I know it's basically just going to be that basic sort of unit. So it will just have what we see here, just a charge strike. That one will probably just have the charge strike. This one can actually consume flora as well. Like these are rats that can consume flora. It does have a corpse eating as well. So these are abilities that have been given to their whole faction. But essentially it's just a charging, raiding little group. Once you get to tier 3s and things, these will become a little bit more nuanced. And so this one here is a champion level. What is this one? This is just called a champion, basically. And so it's got a storm strike. So this charge does a heap of damage. So a charge attack, again, the further it moves, the more damage it's going to then go and do. It also has a wind strike, which is a repeating attack. So knockback combination, very, very powerful. And it's still got the same sort of effects that we saw there with the other ones. We've got ogres at the back there, which these are just fighters. These are really dumb. They will just basically sort of do. There's no real nuance to these units. They'll just do what they do. Support units at the back. I'm not going to worry too much about them. We do actually have a tier 3, which is a Scald, which will actually have a Song of Carnage. That's okay. I've got to look for things like that may dominate. There is actually, this is the Ballista Tower, so there's a couple of those. There's, how many of those I've got? They've got a few of them actually. Yeah, they've got one in each sort of area of the castle. A hero down here, level 6, a mage unit, no, melee unit, sorry. Spiders there. And these are just strider type units, just shooting bows. Nothing too tricky there, like for us, to be honest. And then we've got the. I'm going to be wanting to focus on him. He's also got a big a swamp troll, a river troll, that's got a net. So we have to be a little bit careful of that. But they're isolated, and so we can actually start to bring our full force down to attack this one. The egg, I need all 3 action points to be able to then go and push that one out. But I want to get nice and close. This guy with the net will try to then sort of, it's sort of like a razor net, but it will actually immobilize. I don't know if we'll see, if we sort of look at the little icons, I just want to see if any of these guys have been blinded. Yeah, they have. So the blinding, it happens to them as well as to us. The blinding on ranged units is going to be a problem. So as we sort of skim past this, that's a melee unit. That one's okay. There will be some that, like this one's blind, for example. It just means that it's not quite as accurate, but in this case melee is not going to be really affected. So we need to stop this one from running, which means I'm going to have to use some of these dogs against those as well. But if they get in the way of what we're doing, it's also going to then sort of stop us a little bit. Where does that one go? Yeah, we can sort of move around. That's okay. So those groups really can just take on these little forces that we sort of see through this other side. So this is going to be probably the most interesting of the attacks initially. Now I do actually have a nymph who can... She will be the target. If you have a quick look at the giant, what the giant can do, he's got like a lot of things he can do. So, and if we have a look to see what he's got now as well. Summon a heart at the start of the owner's turn. Enemy units adjacent to the owner's units have 90% chance of suffering, burning, and yeah, that's okay. Again, because he's the like essentially the god of summer or the ruler of summer, disciple of summer here. So in this case, the ruler is blessed by Vetrov, the throughout the day of summer. During summer seasons, which is what we're in, they get plus 100 hit points. So he's up to 280 hit points. So again, I should have waited 3 turns, which I can always, just save scum back out and then sort of go and do it. But this disciple of summer, all owned units have Ventrov's blessing, which is what. Unit has they have plus 10 hit points, fire protection, fire damage. This is massive actually, and all owned provinces have domain of summer, so summer heat is active in this province. So because we're attacking him in summer, he gets all these bonuses, which is sort of one of these things where I should have maybe waited the 3 turns and then gone with the attack. So he's going to be fairly difficult to bring down. We've got our work cut out for us here a little bit. Just charge these up. We do actually have our ruler here, only 85 health. And the actual attacks that this one's got does actually have some hurl flame, which does a lot of damage. That does a lot of damage. The cleaving sweep. This melee does a fair bit. He's a tricky one, this one. I'm going to have to bring other forces in to help. The protectors will be able to help a lot, just to sort of stop things from getting out of hand. I think I'll take this one up. We do have the archery. I don't get an attack there with 2. I do from there at 65. Let's start to just do this. Now before we do that, I do want to actually get this one established, so we'll just go in and bring this one up. That's as far as it can go. I'm going to cast the web on this one. That's not going to do hardly any damage. I'll save it in that case. Yeah, I'll save it. Oh, do I want to? We've got a lot to bring it down here. Actually, no, I will cast it. So we have slowed it down. It's bleeding. It has been immobilized. Now, I've got the special ability here to Decisive Command. Can give back another unit its turn. So now with the spider is now on a cooldown with the barbed. I can go back in and start to attack it, or I can cast this hatchling. So I'll cast the hatchling, and the hatchling can just go in and start to cause some issues here. Yeah, I can hit that ballista tower if I needed to. Let's just go after the giant. The giant's what we have to deal with. Now I can use my actual turn. I can sort of do either like flame damage in amongst all of those guys. I've got web, which I can't really do. I'll just go this way. It's 55%. It was 65, but it may just be the other ones now in the way. This one will become a target, like it's fairly strong though. Yeah, I'll bring it in. 35% chance. Another graze. throw these. We've got 2 of these. I'll throw them up in the groups. Just get that one protecting everyone. I'll bring this one out just to sort of take on the river troll. Just put the other bits and pieces up there. These datas, I'll just bring that one across. Bring the protection of this one over as well. So I'll shuffle all of these sideways. Now Sev has got a big attack here, ultimately, that he can just keep on sort of doing at long range. This is range 8. Now burning, and the hounds here. I want to sort of stop this thing from being able to do anything. So I just want to block it basically. So I'll send the rest of these forces now up against this other group. It's now bleeding and it's been marked as well. These attackers in here, if I just go and rush straight forward, that's going to then sort of stop them. Let's just do that. Just going to not allow them to get into where we are. Similarly in here, I can still meet that one there, so I'll do that. These hounds will be what's targeted initially, which will buy us a bit of time. So these I don't mind rushing forward. If these were base units, I wouldn't do this. I'd sort of be more defensive, because I wouldn't want to lose them. Now, steel shapers are not fantastic. Got 75% chance there. What else do I have? Do I have some protection there as well? We've already used Sev. I'm happy with 75. I'll just take that one. Again, I'm trying to sort of stay back a little bit. We have weakened that one now. Protector will move up, and then we've got this one here as well, where I can bring this one up in behind to get a shot. Let's weaken it even more. Rush those sideways. Now, if we take this one on through here, there's a level 6 there, just a melee fighter, so that's pretty simple there if we just move forward. These are support units, but they've got a fair bit of health. Yeah, so they can sort of they can survive reasonably well, especially if I protect them. Now, the Summer Fairy is an interesting one. This is actually the I forget his name now, Danesk or whoever it was that we sort of came in initially. So I will be wanting to use him. I can still sort of get into any of these positions. So I can get to there, and this one can get to there. So I'll just move that one in to protect. I'll just go for this. Missed. And I guess we need it over this side. That's everyone now moved. Now, it may be that attacking in summer is just the silliest thing we could do. Morale is going up because we've got Danos in the fight with us. There's a sandstorm. It's causing blindness everywhere. It's only going to affect the ranged units. Yeah, they don't like that one there. Okay, they've got that sword out now. Got momentum. Yes, it's focusing on the spawn units, which is good for me. Now I'm looking at their positioning of their different units because I'm going to have a spell that I can bring in to do some damage here fairly soon. Wow, that's strong. See, that's a tier 3. Those champion units are very, very strong. Yep, so they're trying to heal up. So we have to kill those tier 3 units. So I sort of brought this one over because I thought I might need to defend these a little against these a little bit. All right, back to here again. Definitely want to keep this one going. So we're doing some damage to that giant. In this case, we can do a lot of damage to this dancing sword that he's brought forward. I'll hit this one. Cause a bit of bleeding. So these are down to 50% now. I do actually have healing that I can do. Champion Revitalize. Friendly units from 1 hex radius gain regeneration, and do they gain healing as well? We've got negative status effects are taken away. I could just move it right back out of the fight, which may be the better way to do this. I would like to just keep on firing at this thing, to be honest. This leader here as well. These datas are good. They're sort of exalted levels, so they're very, very high up. Animist. Get someone in a primal spider. Lasts for 3 turns. Evasion will be removed. That'll make it easier to hit. Let's just do that. Up again. Okay. Waiting for that one. So I can't use these while there's units next to it, and it's now got 2 units next to it, so it will be able to kill one of these off. Which again, it doesn't really matter. Let's just go this way. Missed. Two shots there. You have to keep on bringing this one down. Good. Yeah, the healing here is a problem. I'll just go for this one. I think it'll survive. Missed. The only one we have back here now is this one here. Alright, so now I thought that these guys were going to run around this side, but they didn't. So they sort of opened the way up for this one to come back in, but I want to go and charge these guys. So I need to get this one to stop sort of protecting this zone, so I'm going to charge into here, which will cancel its defensive mode. This is not really our main target. Our main target is actually over here. Now these have... I'm going to have to try to kill these off. Okay, so I can do a bit of damage there. Let's just try to kill one of them off. Weaken it. The Houndmaster. It's only got like a single shot through here. Could use the web on both of them. And then just use these to plug the gap. That one doesn't look like it's going to be able to get away from there. And maybe. Oh, no, it can. Good. So I can charge into here using this unit. Just bring that one down a little bit. And that's sort of stuck where it is, really. That one will be killed next turn. We've still got this unit here. So the Houndmaster can move across to any of these locations. Yeah, we get it. We get this one here with the Anvil Guard, which is good. Awesome. So that one's out of the way. Now we've got this one as well, and I can just protect these just with a the defensive mode against that particular unit. That sort of has now locked that one in. Now back over here. I do want to kill this one off. I've got a 60% chance there with 2 shots. Let's just see if that gets the kill. Not quite. It's just It's a much better chance there. I've only got 2 soldier units. Look, I'll take that. I think we're going to miss anyway with the other one. Trouble is going to be that we really want to bring this one around. Missed. Wow, that's a bad miss. Grace is what we needed. Alright, then we've got these. So we've got 2 of these to just go and defend against both of these units. Just keep them occupied. So we should be able to use these ranged units to now start to sort of swing back past. Now, we've got it in turn, but we do actually have a couple of things that's gone on. So they've actually used Blossom of Life. I don't know what that does. We've still got our own. Now, we've got a bit of a opportunity in here. They've got some of these Dust Weavers, which will do a minimal damage. They're not really all that strong. Then they've got this one here, these Striders, which I can sort of do damage to. I'm thinking of bringing in this. So I've got 90 casting points, which is good. But I'm thinking of putting this one in here, just to sort of control both of these. Just notice that they put both of these together, so I can actually hit either one of these. Let's kill that one off. And this one it has to run before I can actually do anything. The morale has just gone down with everyone, which is great. So that's all we can do this turn. Just got to hope the nymph is going to be okay. She's the one on the bottom of the screen there. Resisted the blinding. Okay, they fixed this one up, unfortunately. And it can now rush through the middle. Again, I don't mind the distractions on anything that's not a core unit. So these against these summoned units is fine. So quite powerful, but against the shield units they're not going to be as strong. Okay, it's wasted a turn there, which is good. To be careful of that unit. That's right, I forgot it can actually smash its way through multiple units like that. That giant is an absolute beast. Alright, that's okay. Alright, so let's just do a quick save where we are. Got a few things now going on the map. This guy is still a big danger, and all of the threats that were next to him have now gone. Just do a quick save. What I forgot about was that he's got his actual ability that strikes enemies in a 1 hex cone, so that's a massive attack. This one here deals damage in a 1 hex cone, but he's got other attacks as well. Okay, well, we're going to have to bring both of these fighters units now in. This one's going to be then given complete freedom, unfortunately. Let's just keep on going this way. Flame damage, not going to do much. Bring that one up. It's 50% there. I don't get a great shot there, so I'll just keep the 40. So if we can kill off this hero this turn. Wow, I've got a critical there. That did the damage there and killed that one. That's just good. Freeze up other units. So we'll keep this one over this other side as well. We missed and hit the other one. And we'll just run around here. Now, unfortunately, this one here is now free to do whatever it wants to do. And yeah, can't use that for one more turn, which is good, but it can still sort of come back into these other zones. So this one is still okay. I might just move it right out of the fight. I don't think it's going to be able to do much anymore. It's got seduction, but it's going to be a bit hard to use it on anything that's up in here. Just move it out of the way. I don't want to be thinking about it too much. I don't want to be losing it either. Well, we want to get this one out of the way. We have this one as well. This is, what else do we have? Range 6. I'll just keep on hitting this guy. Can hit that one now. We do need to start to smash this as well. Come on, get the kill. Oops, we missed, hit our own. Got 2 of the shots, I'm happy enough with that. Graze. This one we just need to move back out of the way, and we won't get the kill, but will still help. Now we've still got this as well, but there's only one unit there that can actually be impacted by it. We will bring another one of these in. I'm not sure exactly where just yet. So we need to stop this one from retaliating. Let's go and smack it here. Cancel the retaliation. That's 30%, 70% if we move to there. Move the steel shaper around. 70% back in there, which is good. And we should get the kill here with these other two. So this was the most dangerous, their tier 3 charging unit. But not so much against these shield units. That's good, and that's going to impact the morale of the others around it. So I can charge forward into any of these locations. I might just... looks like it wants to go that way, but I'll just move this one back in around and then sort of straight up into the middle here. That's going to then sort of lock all of these in. It's ready to run. Okay, that's starting to now sort of fade away, which is good. I'll just move this one across to help out. But we now have like a couple of these are now close together, so again we can start to sort of attack these in these sorts of locations. So I'll just go and bring another one of these back into here. That is going to kill that one almost. That's good. This one here, just leave that one where that is. And that's it. Everyone's now moved their turn, so we'll end our turn here. Still could cause a bit of damage, but I don't think there's any kills that can actually make down that way. That river troll could actually cause some damage on that spider or potentially into our hero. So far we haven't lost any of our core units. They're being blinded as much as what we are with those sandstorms. They're all getting ready to run. They're so close to like just a couple more kills and they'll start to run off. Actually that one's now going to go back and... Okay, it's going after that one, that's okay. And this one's moving away. Doesn't look it, but that's actually a pretty big attack that it just did. But that's okay. Again, these are so close to dropping away. All of them. One solid hit and they're done. They're down. Just freeze that one up to have a shot. Yeah, they're so close. Their morale is going to be very, very low. Yeah, just one or two hits in here, and is there anything even lower than that? Yeah, that one's very low. And we do actually have an option in the middle there just to bring another one of these in. It's the last one I can bring in with my casting points. Even some critical hits in there will actually be impactful. These level 1 protectors are quite good. They're exalted level, so they've got like heaps and heaps of extra bits and pieces on them, which makes them super powerful. Well, let's deal with this. There we go, get the kill. Will that be enough to make it to run in? Maybe too far away. Right. So just I'm not going to get a kill there, unfortunately. I don't think. So this one here does get a reasonable shot somewhere. That's 60% there. I'll take that. Just to sort of whittle things away. See if that will impact the morale of the others around it. Nope, not enough. So the primal data can certainly do things there. This one's also getting ready to run. Ooh, criticals may be enough to get us the kill. No, they're not going to do it. We only got a graze in the last one anyway. So this one here can still come back in and hit these. I've got this again. I'm going to bring this one across to here. Resisted the immobilization, unfortunately. Your morale is very low on these. Even the leader. Yeah, so they are very, very low. He does have slip away. I'll just give this one another go, I think. There we go. Then we'll chase down the wherever it slips away to. There it is, it's down here now, which is actually fairly good for me. So we get 2 shots there at 70%, which will then kill it off completely. And that should be enough to get them to lose the battle. There we go, ruler versus ruler, the final hit. So the enemy is fleeing the field. Do you wish to claim victory and win the battle immediately? Yes, but there's no point hanging around, because this is the end of them. Great, so we didn't actually lose any units. Took a bit of damage across the board, but that's actually pretty good. So that was victory. That should be the end of them. Now we've got the Radiant Codex. That's another good range 8 unit one there. Just take the reward for now. There you go. Oh, there's still one more. I'll just auto this one. So the gates are basically down. It still says there's going to be a sentry nest, but there really shouldn't be any real issue here. So we'll just go auto combat. Just can't see them. Oh, no, that one did. Kill off the Houndmaster. So we have to retry, unfortunately. I don't want to be losing that unit. So it's sort of like we're in a different part of the wall. these extra units come in. That's the unit we have to get rid of. I've still got hounds. Okay, well we can just move them up to do the damage here. Forward. So the Houndmaster went up and got killed somehow, so I'll just leave it behind. Just move all the melee guys up. Do me. Also, if we had waited a turn, we would have gotten that level 5 siege golem. Destroyed. We're still going after that one. Yeah, it's been destroyed. With the burning. This one here we have to kill. these from really being able to do much at all. This is all sort of handled down this way, so there's really not a lot we need to do down this way. Just need that turn there. It was constricted, it tried to run but couldn't run. Is that all we need to do? Yes. The other two units that we saw there, these they spawn in, so they don't count. We only need to kill that one unit. So that was better. All right, there he is. So Kana Crump's in. So inescapably hungry and angry, Kana and Crump, they're the two heads, start clubbing one another with their bare fists. "You dumb rot, this your fault," growls Kana, chomping on one arm. "Ow, no, this is your fault, lump brain," screams Crump as he grasps Kana's shoulder and begins to tear at it. In this way, the giant pummels themselves into blobber bits, while a hot, fuming glow emanates off their outline. Fuming and fighting, the giant becomes blobbier and hotter until they combust, and then devoured a whole of Ventro, leaving only a glittering golden gut. Now, I don't know what Ventro is. Is that their city? Not sure. Anyway, sell the gut with a massive nugget so we can get some gold, which is always going to be useful. Get a healthy plate. Tier 3, I won't worry about that one. Sacrifice this gut to an organic or a cosmic inferno. Gain 1 chaos affinity. Yeah, let's not worry about it. Let's just go for the gold. Alright, so he is now done. That's right, his city was Paunch. So that's him out of there. This is now friendly back over this other side. So we're sort of now making good headway here. But I'm going to have to call it quits, guys. So we sort of have to wind up and leave it here, I guess. So that's a good start. Still want to get underground and have a look at a few of the other bits and pieces. This here, that was one of theirs. They made a city here. Okay, so we're still at war with that city. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. So thanks for watching. And again, if you are watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing, just so that I can start to get this new channel sort of up and running as fast as possible. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.